Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I thought we would take the opportunity to talk about the company Glossier, which I have never done on my channel before because I've never tried a Glossier product before. However, that came to an end when I received this balm.com universal skin salve in my March Ipsy subscription. I've been using this for a week and a half now, and I thought it'd be a good chance to talk a little bit about the brand, understand who they are, tell you a little bit about this product, tell you my experience using it, and then give you my review, my thought at the end about whether this is worth it or not. For all of this, I'm going to put timestamps down below so you can jump forward to whatever part of the video is of interest to you. And let's talk a little bit about Glossier. I know about Glossier probably in the same way you do if you watch a lot of beauty YouTubers, because it is a brand that is very popular. And I was actually surprised to see when I went and looked at their website how few products they actually have. It's just that a lot of their products are really well known. So for me looking at their products, they actually do have perfumes, which I didn't know about. I don't really hear that talked about very much. But for their skincare products, you hear about their Milky Jelly Cleanser quite a bit. I think it's a very gentle cleanser. I've heard about balm.com before. I've also heard a lot about Boy Brow and some of their lipsticks and also their highlighter, which is supposed to be really good. But everything is very natural. And when you look at how they started, it was actually started by beauty editors who were doing a blog, a page called Into the Gloss. And they really felt as beauty editors, they were seeing what products they wished they had, what products were out there and being used, what products just didn't exist and there was a need for. And they wanted to come up with a brand that was very focused, that had sort of just what you needed to look very fresh and very clean. And they started out with doing skincare. They didn't start out with doing skincare, but skincare is part of what they do because they really believe that if you have the right skincare, then it's all about the skin. Your skin is going to be glowing, and then makeup is not about fixing things that are wrong with your skin, but about having fun and adding something to your look. So you will not find here heavy foundations, really heavy concealers, super bright colors or anything like that, because it really is a very fresh, dewy look is what the Glossier look is. And you'll probably know that if you watch the kind of YouTubers who are really into Glossier, or they are perhaps reps of Glossier or something like that, is that it's a very youthful, dewy look. And it's interesting to me as somebody who is a little bit older that most makeup is really geared towards people who are younger, but I also find that as you get older, you're also looking for things that are lightweight, things that are perhaps a little bit more fresh looking, because having really heavy makeup as you get older can also be a little bit of a concern. They do also talk about Glossier being sort of an ecosystem with their consumers. So they talk about a lot of their current staff having been consumers. They really have a consumer mindset. They talk about being in touch and hearing from their consumers a lot, sort of seeing what trends their consumers have, talking to them and creating what they want and then getting more feedback. So they're really trying to say that they're really front and center for what the customer wants. And in that, one of their taglines is democratized beauty. And the idea that it's not some people sitting in a boardroom making decisions about what beauty should be for people, that it's everybody being involved in what we as consumers, as people who use beauty products, actually want. Now let's talk about balm.com. This here is a little sample size. In this you get 0.24 fluid ounces, and in the full size you do get 0.5 fluid ounces. So this is half the size of what you'll get in the full size. And the full size does retail for $15 American. Now I have here the original, which is unscented, untinted, but there are 6 in total. There is the original one, which I've been trying. There is Birthday, which is untinted with a subtle shimmer. There is Rose, which has a translucent pink tint. There is Cherry, which has a sheer red tint. And also Mint, which has an untinted cooling feeling, and Coconut, which is beachy and untinted. So all of those ones also have scent involved with them, other than this one right here. So the description of it says that this is their cult favorite Do Everything Skin Salve, a hydrating, long-lasting, multi-purpose lip balm and skin salve that's packed with antioxidants and natural emollients to nourish and repair dry, chafed skin. The dense, waxy texture stays in place to seal in moisture wherever it goes. Opt for original or choose from the 5 mood-enhancing flavors, and then they get into what the flavors are. In my time testing this, what I've really been using this for is on my lips. And it is nice that it's in a little squeezy tube and you put it on your lips and it does stay there for a particular amount of time. Like, it stays there, I should say, for a longer amount of time. And it really does sort of make your lips feel better and also give it a glossy tint. Now, they do say that you can use this everywhere. And for me, I am terrible about my cuticles and the skin around my fingers, so I can also use it there, although it does feel fairly greasy if you're using it on your fingers. You do have to be careful about that feeling because it is a little oily if you do it that way. So as far as the review of this goes, I will tell you exactly my process in using this. I went and took this out of the package, put some of it on my lips and thought, I know this feeling. This feels exactly like I've just put Vaseline on my lips. Every once in a while, if my lips are feeling very chapped or just before I go to bed, I'll just put a little bit of Vaseline on them, usually over some kind of oil or moisturizer to try to really soften them up a little bit. And I thought, this feels exactly the same. Exactly the same. Texture, feeling, everything. So I went to look at what the ingredients were, and when I moved down here, it talks about the key ingredients in it being castor seed oil, beeswax, lanolin, a fruit extract, and rice bran and rosemary leaf extracts. But when you click on the full ingredient list, the very first product there is petrolatum. And then the second one is the castor oil, the third one is beeswax, and then the fourth one is lanolin, and kind of down from there. But as we all know, the first ingredient is the one that there is the most of in the product. And I thought petrolatum, that sounds a lot like petroleum. And I Googled to say, what is petrolatum? And it's another word for petroleum jelly. So the very first ingredient in here is Vaseline, because Vaseline is just petroleum jelly. And it does make me think about whether you really need to buy this product. I mean, at $15 for something twice the size of this US, for me that would be like paying, you know, closer to $20 Canadian versus going and getting some Vaseline and just having that on hand. And I can't tell really what the difference is, to be honest. Now, getting a little further into it, one of the things you need to know about putting Vaseline, or I believe this product, on your lip is that it's really a moisture barrier. So if you have dry lips and you put this on top, it's going to feel good, or you put petroleum jelly on top, it's going to feel good initially, but it's not actually moisturizing your lips. But if you put something like an oil or a moisturizer on and then put a petroleum jelly over top, it will lock that in there and give it a chance to moisturize. So this has other moisturizing ingredients in it, and I don't know if the fact that they're all mixed in together means that it's both protecting your lips and allowing those moisturizers to sink in, or if the moisturizers aren't really getting much of a chance to do anything. So overall, I like this in the same way that I like putting petroleum jelly on my lips, in that it's very moisturizing, it's very thick, it lasts for a long time. I shouldn't say moisturizing, based on what I just said. It contains the moisture in your lips that is already there. And same as why it feels kind of oily and all that from putting it on, you know, my cuticles, it's the same as putting petroleum jelly on. It does soften, you know, it's good, but do I need to pay the money for this when I could just buy petroleum jelly or Vaseline? I also have to say too, there are Vaseline intensive lip care products that are specifically made with Vaseline being the key ingredient, and then some other things like aloe and that kind of thing in there that is specifically for your lips. So for me, I'm gonna keep using this, but if you're looking for something that is possibly very similar, then I would pick up some kind of nice nourishing oil, put that on your lips, put a little bit of Vaseline on top of it to lock it in, and you're good to go. Now, I did get the original one. If you're getting the one with mint or with the tints in it, it is going to do a little bit more for you. But just know if you're going for the original, very much like Vaseline. And that's not a bad thing, but I don't know that you need the markup that Glossier has on here. So all in all, this isn't, you know, blowing me out of the water from Glossier, but there are other products of theirs that I do think sound really good and I would like to try. Like the Boy Brow sounds awesome. And you know, some of their skin tints and other like milky cleaning products, I think they all sound really nice, but I just think for me, didn't really wow me. I would love to hear though, do you love this product? Because a lot of people love balm.com. Did you receive this in your Ipsy bag, and do you feel like I do, that it feels like Vaseline? Let me know all of that in the comments down below, and while you're down below doing things down there, commenting, all the rest of it, hit the thumbs up button too, because that is always awesome for me to see that people like my videos. And also, while you're fooling around down there, if you hit the bell button and you are subscribed, and you should be subscribed, it will also let you know when I post videos. So subscribe to my channel, watch some of my other videos, all these things that YouTubers usually say at the end of our videos, and I will see you in my next video. How many times can I say video? Have a great day, guys. Bye.